Hey, Sharice, it's Chris. I did give you that call earlier, so as promised, I am making that video for you. Now, these are going to be the biggest three things that you can do today to take your business to the next level and capture more of your online market to get way more business or way more traffic using your online resources. Okay. Now, I know you might be asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, I've noticed by giving more to businesses, I do receive more back. So you can call it karma or the law of the universe or whatever the case may be. I love helping people. I love helping small businesses, and I have noticed that it does help me in return. So if you see a lot of value from this video, and if you see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that could help your business, set up a time. We can have a call. Email me back, and we can set up a time to chat a little bit about what extras that I can do to actually help your business. Now, the first thing out of the three things that I want to talk about today are going to be your content. Okay, your content is the words, the images, and the text that's behind the images that you can't see, but that's still there, called alt text, that makes up your page. Right now, your page has about 236 words of content on it. And to be optimized in Google's eyes to where you can come up first and to have a little bit more room to play with some keywords, and I'll explain to you what those are. You want to have about 1,500 words or more on your home page, in addition to however many that you would need for your back pages that we can talk to a little bit more in the future if you'd like. Now, you have about, like I said, about 230. Your head competitor right here, Mark Francis Plumbing, and as you can see here, if I pull him up over here, this is just looking for Plumbers, Johnson City, Tennessee. He does come up first, so that's your head competitor. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Steve Huff. All right, I just checked. He must have just come up first because I was just looking at his site. Google does that. If you visited a site a couple times, once you look for that specific keyword again, they'll pop up the most relevant site because you already visited. If I deleted my search history and looked this up, which I won't do on this video because I have things on there that I need, Steve Huff would be in second place, and Mark Francis would actually be in first place, and I could show you why that is. But anyway, Mark Francis is your head competitor right now online, and then Steve Huff would be in second place to you. And the reason why that is because the content on his site, he's got about 860 words on his site. So he has a lot more opportunity to capture those key phrases that people are looking for when they type it into Google to come up first when they look for those things, okay? That's what keywords are. The buyer intent keywords are like plumbers in Johnson City. That's somebody looking for plumbing services, and those are the ones that you want to capture, okay? Now, if we look into a handy dandy tool I called Ahrefs, this is your Ahrefs screen. This is a tool that I use to capture analytics off of different websites, so I can kind of grade you guys and see what actually needs done and where you guys need to improve to make sure that you show up first. Right here is your URL rating. Your URL rating is a rating of a specific page that I looked up. In this case, this would be your home page. And this would be the power of your domain, which is your entire website. Your page really isn't that bad. You have a good amount of backlinks and a good amount of referring domains. It's really not bad. The biggest thing that I noticed is your organic traffic, which is how many times people actually search and find your website for something that they looked up, is pretty low. And I did look down here, and this is kind of off topic, but just to show you, these are what those backlinks are said, and it's really nothing that's going to capture any attention using any keywords. Now, what a backlink is it's actually a link on another website that's pushing power and referring somebody to your website. So if you look on here at your website, these down here, notice how I can click on them? Well, if I was on like a blog site or somebody else's website and they had a highlighted text like this and you could click on it and it brought you to your website, that's what a backlink is. So you have about 208 of those and 41 referring domains, which are the websites that those backlinks are located on. If I look at Mark Francis and his site, if I go to the overview real quick, notice how his URL power is a little bit lower than yours, but he does have a higher power for his actual domain, and he has, let's see, Give it 1 second. I'm going to refresh this. You guys have about the same amount of referring domains and backlinks. He actually has less, but his might be more relevant. Okay. So when not all backlinks are created equal, one site could have 1,000 backlinks on it, and another site could have 100, and that site with 100 on it could be beating that site with 1,000 just because they're linked to more powerful sites. And in Google's eyes, it's a popularity contest. You want powerful and you want relevant sites linking to you. You would rather have another plumbing site or a plumbing blog or something along those lines linking to you that's going to be more relevant to your business than, let's say, Pizza Hut, because you're not slinging pizzas for a living. So Google sees that and it's like, oh, okay, this isn't relevant. Why would I rank them for this? And that's exactly why they do that. Another reason why they're outranking you is because notice the amount of organic keywords that they're ranking for. If you see that, you're ranking for 17. And if we look at their keywords that they're ranking for, it's what keywords they're ranking for. Notice just this one. Just this one small example. Plumbers, Johnson City, Tennessee. Like I said, they are in position 1, so that other screen was because of what I explained before. But they're in first position. They're getting 128 traffic to their website every single month for this on average. On average, every single month, somebody searches for this 400 times, and that's just one keyword. Then you add in this down here, Plumbers in Johnson City, Tennessee. That one gets 250 on average. They're in second place and getting 33. You add those together, it's about 150. And I'm sure there's more down here that they're getting for. So Plumbers in Kingsport, Tennessee, they're getting a little bit of traffic for, and they're not even in first place. Plumbers Jonesboro. All of these different things you could be ranking for to make sure you're getting business from all of these different areas that you service. So it doesn't just have to be one keyword. You can rank for 50, 100 keywords if you wanted to, but you want to focus on the buyer intent keywords. That's the key, okay? So I went over content with you and I went over keywords with you. The third thing that I'd like to go over with you that's very, very important is, and backlinks, I'm sorry. But the third thing is citations. So as you can see here, you actually have a really good amount of citations. Not like blow everybody out of the water kind of good, but you're beating the competition as far as the number of citations go. But the other ranking factors, this makes a difference when it comes to, if you pull up here, looking this up again, Plumbers Johnson City, ranking in the Google Maps, okay? When people look for plumbers near me or Plumbers Johnson City, typically this is going to come up, okay? Because there's a lot of high search volume here. So a lot of businesses, people including myself, will go here instead of going here because it says Yelp, Home Advisor, Better Business Bureau. They're going to draw it from this. So this is another really, really good tool to have in your toolbox to make sure that you're getting that traffic. Most people are going to pick on this first one, right? They see he's got a good amount of reviews, or some people, because it's in the top 3, this guy has more reviews. Maybe they'll go here first. But the reviews also matter, your placement in here, the number of reviews that you have, and how well that you're reviewed. So that's another big ranking factor, in addition to your organic ranking. And the organic ranking is how well you're ranking in this down here, right? Where you come up first organically without ads or without being in the Google Maps, okay? That's why citations make a difference. And a citation is anywhere that your name, your business name, word for word, your business phone number, and your business's address is posted in different directories through Facebook. And another reason why is because yours based in Jonesboro. So I'm sure you might even be ranking in Jonesboro, but I'm also sure that Johnson City probably has a lot more traffic than Jonesboro does, and it's probably one of the bigger cities that you try to capture. But we could all discuss this and whatever cities that you'd like to service most, where you want to target, because those make a big, big difference, okay? If you're trying to drive traffic in from Limestone, from Bristol, the Tri-Cities area, Greenville, wherever it is that you're trying to go, you could target different keywords there. You could have different service pages that rank for those different areas. It all depends on what you want to do. But literally anything's possible. You can rank number 1 for every area in the Tri-Cities area if you want. Every sub-district, every suburb, all of those different things if you wanted to. So that's citations. Those are the biggest 3 things that I want you guys to focus on. If you saw a lot of value from this video, if you wouldn't mind just giving me some feedback. But I want to go over the overview of what we covered today. So we covered content. You want to have about 1,500 words on that front page and properly filled in keywords to make sure that you're maximizing your chances of getting up in that front spot. You want to have citations to be safe, just so nobody else can touch you. I would have anywhere from 200 to 300 citations to beat out the competition. And also those backlinks. Remember, not all backlink is created the same. So the power of the backlinks, the power of the sites, and the relativity of it towards your industry is also very important. Now, if you implement these strategies, you will become number one on Google for your business and reap the rewards with a ton of new traffic and paying customers. And I know you're probably wondering where to go from here. Well, you could either take this information, like I said, and use it and run with it, and I'm perfectly fine with that. My goal is to give back to small businesses. Or if you want the most effective route, and you want to save yourself a lot of time and effort that could be going towards servicing these new clients, you can give me a call. And my personal cell phone number is 330-978-5004. Or you can give me an email. At the email I'm going to send you back. You did ask me to follow up with you, so if I don't hear anything from you, I will give you a call. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your night.